And for the TeamSpirit side, do you think there's anyone who can sort of stop that onslaught early?
They're going to look at the Ember. Yeah. Ember. Everybody's looking at Ember for this match. Yeah.
Both teams will fully be aware of this, and we'll see a lot of focus around that first spawn. Looking at the side lanes here, getting into the action. Who's having the rough time here in the early game?
I actually think most lanes are just going to be fairly farmy. The top side of the map, I think, is probably where you're going to see the most kind of action. There's a little bit of threat from the tiny edge to potentially make some sort of kill move. But I really think it's right now, you know, you want to get as much farm as you can out of the lanes before the supports have to rotate out. So I expect all 6 cores of this game to have a fairly decent start.
All right, well, we'll see if there's going to be any slip-ups in the laning stage.
Yeah, it's very even so far.
Our mid lane, 11 for 1 against the 8 for 0. Of course, Toronto Tokyo taking quite the hit from the Tidebringers, but nothing to say. Bottom lane, Xingqiu. He's a little low here, but into the trees he goes. A TP away just in time before Yatoro.
If you're able to use it right outside of your own tier 1 tower, you can kind of zone out any other hero to come into the lane, but Faithion's doing just fine during this meta.
Poshka trying his best to get Xingqiu away from his Terrorblade, keep that area safe for Yatoro.
Yeah, nothing to say is doing very well mid. I'm a little bit surprised at this. He's almost a full creep wave ahead.
I'll see the courier taken out up top. Mirror continuing to trade as best they can here with White.
Yeah, doing a good job making sure this top hard camp is blocked. Oh,
they're going to try to move up. I mean, Collapse has hit the level 3. See if he's got enough lockdown and damage to take this kill, and yes he does. At the same time in the mid lane, Toronto Tokyo very low there, has to get out of the range of a potential Tidebringer. He will, but there we have it. First blood up top. Good quick read from Spirit there as soon as they knew that they had the setup and the level 3 on Magnus.
Both teams are really on top of it as mid.
See the setup here with the combo, nice dodge. Flies off to the side here, Toronto Tokyo. In fact, over in the triangle, they are able to catch out. Oh, in fact, well, White did deny the bounty ring, but it will cost him his life. Coming over for that one there, as TeamSpirit were prepared for that move.
Yeah.
And now they've sort of shown their hand mid. It's going to be hard for them to make that play again. Top lane, the Nightmare set up onto Arme. Collapse. It's got enough damage. Doesn't look like quite. The Shockwave will miss. Still trying to chase down Arme, but the Shockwave and Skewer already expended. There's no further.
That's good pressure though. They force them off of the lane. They finally have managed to get lane control up top, and immediately when they get it, they have the opportunity to pressure the Tiny. So force them off the wave, force them to go into the jungle, and he doesn't have any sustain, right? So he's going to have to spend gold on getting extra regen.
They're going for him early on here with the 3 of them surrounding the Terrorblade. Yatoro is trapped in the trees. The moves from the supports of PSG.LGD start to come in. See the counterplay attempted. Set up with the Nightmare, but the TP's already coming over for nothing to say. We'll be ready to fight if TeamSpirit push any further, and they won't. They'll respect the potential of a backup coming in for Arme. They step away to not be caught out by the combo of the Kung.
Meanwhile, top, Arm is doing a great job of just defending.
He is. He's clearing out the wave, holding off the pressure. Something that TeamSpirit can't quite do themselves here down bottom. Faith beyond.
So here, it's an important smoke here that LGD are doing. They recognize that Am is going to sit at the tower. The Radiant team can't really defend their own bottom tower. So what are they going to do? They're going to mirror your play. They're going to go and attempt to take top lane tier 1 tower. So the smoke up here, it's a preemptive move in case TeamSpirit tries to do something. But Spirit reads it perfectly.
To slowly ramp up an early gold advantage. Now hitting the 1k lead. They'll be able to catch themselves. A lonely Bane in the river, Mira.
Yeah, and Yatoro actually gives his position away. He used the reflection there, so now they know the Terrorblade's in the triangle. And you can look bottom, Faith Beyond has absolutely no fear. There's no hero that could gank him in any shape, way, or form.
So. Top area of the map. See in the mid lane. Going for the catch, but again, Toronto Tokyo fully prepared.
Yeah,
Spirit, out the way.
Spirit are aware that the boat was used, and that means the top tower is very unlikely to be defended.
It's hard for them to get on top of Arme. Again, playing smart with the Avalanche, putting a stop to the combo. And now time's been bought for PSG.LGD to come around. Yatoro immediately out with the TP. Doesn't want to be around here anymore. Mira will get found in the trees, though. Another death here on the Bane as PSG.LGD continue to fight back against Spirit's attempts to get something done whilst the pushes are coming in elsewhere from PSG.LGD there. Definitely getting a little bit more done in this first 10 minutes.
Yep, they absolutely are. And Purge creep here on the Lycan. This allows you to take away the level 4 Flame Guard from the Ember, which is his major like fighting tool right now in the early game. So that gets purged, immediately has to back off. This tower's gone.
And look at this timing here, 10 minutes, a second tier 1 tower. 2.4 and 2400 HP. He's got the Echo Saber, the treads. See if they can do it. Nightmare setup, instantly TPs are coming in. See if they can do the damage quick enough. Yatoro focusing down with the Metamorphosis and the illusions. They'll be able to take it. They kill off Arme. Mystic Flare's coming in, but Yatoro is able to sidestep it. PSGLGD, can they get a grab in return? Nothing to say. Trying to charge in. See Mirror head into the trees, trying to distract them from the rest of them, but here comes the Micro from White.
Nice.
He's able to lock down Maposhka here with a setup from the Centaur, drag back into the combo. He'll try his best to break the combo. Nothing to say here with the curse thrown out Maposhka. But he of course will be spotted out here by Spirit. They'll know that there's likely going to be some action following it.
Great read from Spirit again. And look up top. Yatoro's just farming. 5 heroes committed down here for LGD, but Yatoro has the space that he wants.
They get a grab underneath the tier 2 tower. Jinkyu, nothing to say, they're going to try and collapse. He's going to go with the RP just onto Jinkyu, drag the Scarab underneath the tower. They will lose the wipe in return, but Yatoro's ready to turn up. The grip's there. They've caught, nothing to say underneath the tower. Yatoro's bid this off for now though. Sliding Fist comes out as they're looking to turn on, and nothing to say. They get him. Jump forward with the remnant. He's looking for more. Toronto Tokyo in with the chains onto both Wyatt and Arme. Arme goes down. Wyatt maybe lost your life, but not for long. The Shockwave claims the life of the Enchantress. The Spirit will collapse. Oh, will end up dying to the Thunderhide of Faith Beyond, but of course that will also get claimed by Yatoro. So more money for them on the defense. An aggressive dive underneath the tier 2 tower. But as we said, the turnaround, it's absolutely there. Yatoro's able to get involved, and PSGLGD, they get punished. So Toronto Tokyo and Collapse up here, ready to play around him as well.
Yeah, Faith Beyond's about 1,000 gold away from the Ags.
Collapse, it's about one toss, he's got that setup. Quick catch and a drag back on to Jinkyu, gets him in reach of the rest of the team. They've got to watch out for these pickoffs. This is something that Collapse was tearing them apart with earlier in the series.
Yep, and Collapse has recognized that, you know, the idea from LGD here is to silence him when he blinks into Horn Toss, so he can't get the Skewer back. Very similar to how the Rubik functioned in the last game, but this time around they're just going to try to use this silence from Skywrath. So what does he do? He goes for the Sky. Great game understanding from Collapse.
Straight into the pit now as well. Even just with the one member down, with no Sky, no Jinkyu, it's still enough that PSGLGD feel that they cannot take this fight there. Letting this go to Spirit.
I feel like the pacing of the game right now, it really does favor TeamSpirit, and they expect LGD to make some kind of move to try to break it up. I think they can't just let them farm out this 5-minute Aegis. You're gone.
And here's that timing. So they've got the Ags ready on Faith Beyond. Ready to make the move here, as you say. They don't want to be held back by the idea that Yatoro's got an Aegis. They want to fight regardless into it.
Yeah, they understand. If we wait too long, then Yatoro's going to be too strong. And here we go.
Here we go, Arme.
Oh, they see him.
Set up for success here. Towards Yatoro. Maposhka, Toronto Tokyo and Collapse setting up across the cliffside as Y will be the first to get poked upon. See how TeamSpirit want to tackle this.
There's a DD on
looking for
Toronto
options.
Tokyo.
Collapse, he's in, instantly caught out by the Ancient Seal, so no skewer to follow. Y.
Chains, back up.
Chained in searing heat.
Is there anything they can do to save their Enchantress? I mean, does White need saving at all? He's going to need to, as the Nightmare holds it back.
Yeah, Wolf Form both used on Lycan as well as Tiny.
I mean, you know the TeamSpirit's got the solid jump, but PSGLGD, they've got the hard hit. If they can get in with the Tiny Wolf, we're going to see Collapse come in. He's in with the Horn Toss, he's going to look to separate. Nothing to say for the rest of the team. Fiend Script as well, locking down the Kunkka. They get a quick grab, nothing to say, out for a minute.
10 seconds on the Aegis, and once again the Wolf Forms are used, but Arm is deciding to retreat. They don't see the opening they want. There's no buyback on the Kunkka.
Yeah, it's hard to fight with one of their most farmed cores right now in the game. On the Metamorphosis, so TeamSpirit, they can push on. 26 minutes in, starting to take down this tier 2 tower.
Up top, ooh, quick fingers. Jumped away from the stun of the Tiny.
It's the fortification is soon to be coming to an end. You see Spirit, they're happy to go for the dives behind the tower. Toronto Tokyo is in, and he's found himself Jinkyu.
Great recognition there. You know, Tiny initiates on you top. What does that mean? That means there's no heroes mid to fight. Immediately dives in. Wherever the Tiny is not, TeamSpirit have massive freedom to make moves.
Dire's middle
The Tiny, it's really all about this favor, and they're kind of getting past that impossible timing of fighting this Tiny.
Oh, collapse! He's got another grab! Jumps in, boy! He's gone!
Yeah, if you're PSGLGD right now, you really gotta try to find a way to catch TeamSpirit off guard. But they have the gem. They're setting up their vision smartly. They're playing around where they can see the dire heroes. If you look at the minimap, look at where they're positioned. Bottom side of the map, 2 hill wards here to cover any sort of entrance.
40 seconds!
Yeah, and no wolf fight.
Collapse! He finds a grab! Jumps in! Drags back on the Skyrap main sheet Q! He's gone for 70! Another man down on PSGLGD Spirit! They'll keep the push going! And you've got to be careful, you know, Collapse is looking for another one. There it is! He's in! Drag back on wide! He just can't stop finding them, Collapse! Every single time, pick off after pick off! He can't stand anywhere near Spirit!
No, you absolutely can't. And Yatora's recognizing, you know, I don't have meta. I don't have my strongest spell, but neither do they. And he's just pushing it here. I think they're going to keep going for these buildings. Do not seem afraid. There's so much confidence right now in how they're playing. They get the buyback. He's the next mark, but he has 3,000 HP.
He's so tanky. Sunder, Satanic at the ready if he ever feels threatened.
But look at this. LGD are coming in from behind. They recognize that they can't go on the front line. They need to catch the backline heroes.
They're going to try and go for the easy kill first, or at least the easier, maybe. But no, it's not. TP out there but to stop it. Arme's in with the combo. They catch the bait. They need more, though. Nothing to say in the team. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. Meposhka's off into the trees. They won't be able to find him to stop that escape. TeamSpirit, they take a Rex, they take a tier 3 in the mid lane. They only end up losing a Bane, pushing them up now to an 8k lead against PSGLGD. You definitely feel that at the moment, with the timings that they've hit, Spirit as a unit are so much harder to deal with than it is for them to take down PSGLGD.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's reflected in the way that Alm is playing. But he's about to get caught here at the top lane.
There's Collapse, in with the horn toss, dropping the RP. The BKB was out in time. He's into the invis for the physical. Is it going to be enough here from this Terrorblade? Yatoro is focusing down Arme. Arme's trying to run, but he can't get away from him. Arme out for 80. They're ready to chase for more. Collapse, steering in to close the distance onto Jinchu. They've caught the Skyrap. Set up there as well with the cast. They're ready to close up onto Fabian as well. They're going for a third kill here. Skewer from Collapse. Back into the claws of Spirit.
TeamSpirit has lasted through the hardest part of the game. Now, everything is theirs. They just need to play this calmly. Don't overextend. Recognize that as long as we play around our own timings, this game is firmly in our grip.
I mean, there's 3 dead. There's no buyback. It's only nothing to say. And why left here for the defense? As TeamSpirit, they're onto the tier 4s. They've got a fortification, but there's still those long seconds before they get their 2 claws back in the game, PSGLGD.
They're gonna have to try to do something. I don't think they have enough time to wait for Tiny to respawn.
See how carefully TeamSpirit play it.
Goes back.
There's still 20 seconds, no Arme. They can push. They can push this Spirit. They don't need a back. 20 seconds without Arme. They're going to look for more grabs before they close it up. Jump off for Collapse. Jinchu goes down. Nothing to say as well. Ancient point, nothing to say, has a buyback. 8 seconds until Arme, but the Ancient, they're looking to close it up. They can taste the championship. They can taste somebody, but the backdoor protection kicks in. The backdoor protection is in. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. PSGLGD, they'll start now to force Spirit back out of the base. Meposhka will get himself out with a blink. Just need to reset Spirit.
They're trying to get out. Faith Beyond's on top of Mira, though.
We've got the curse. Holding back the Lycan. Why? Being a bit of a nuisance off to the side. Impetus onto Mira, but why? It's chased down by Collapse. You saw it, have got him. Toronto Tokyo, long mana. James holds it back, but now with the BKB armor.
He has buyback, though.
Straight back in with the Remnant. Gets instantly caught out with the Torrent. Well, the silence as well. Jump forward. Collapse. BKB. Steal back. Into the clutch of the Yatora. Yatora. They're going to be able to lock him down with the RP. Where's the detection? Where's the detection? No detection. They need to see him. They don't get to see him. Oh, mate. He's going to live. He's going to turn towards Mirror. He's still very low here. And then a slight change. They get him. They finish him off. Oh, nothing to say.
What a TP.
What a TP. He's out. He's alive.
So, no buyback on Toronto Tokyo, no buyback on Fate Beyond,
boy.
no buyback on Ame.
Oh my goodness. They're able to pull together a defense. They lose their tier 4s. But the Ancient still stands.
Yep, Satanic used Sunder as well. You can feel the nerves. I can feel it. It's just so much on the line. Just one Sentry Ward could have won them the game there, but Support's unfortunately not able to get into range.
Let's see what they can do around this pit. They're still down 16k PSG.LGD, but they've got all their ults up. It's going to make any sort of steal. They've already managed to set up here onto the Kunkka. They're going to go straight to work. Yatora coming in with a BKB. The cards holds back Arme on the side. Nothing to say. He's going to go down. Out for 110. Yatora's ready to step up to his next target. He's looking over towards Arme. Collapse. Popping the BKB. Maposhka keeping himself alive with a cold embrace. Spirit. They'll turn over towards Arme, but Arme's still got the BKB to go. He's killed off another support. He's looking at Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo by the top of the ults. He's got another Remnant. Slight of this into the Remnant of the high ground. He's away. They are sneaking around under the cover of these silver edges, watching one another.
Metamorphosis is out, but so is the 2 wolf forms. It's both teams taking it safe right now. But look at why. He's stuck on the cliff.
Why?
Dude, look at how carefully they're playing it. They're scared to walk up here and try to kill him.
Watch like... Oh, they got him.
There we go.
They'll take him off the cliff.
But look at Roche! Oh, he's killing Roche!
Oh, no, he can't do it, surely. Blink out time collapse. He's got his eyes on him. Still nothing to say or why for 50 seconds.
Ame's alone.
He's gone in alone. That was a risky move. He's got the back of a Jin Q. But Spirit, they're going to chase on. Slight chase. Arme is gone. 2 minutes. No, Tiny. Ancient exposed. Spirit, they'll make the walk over towards the Ancient.
They're not waiting for the creeps.
They're ready to close it this time. Only 2 left. Can they stop a PSG LGD? I don't think they can. GQ's got it. It's over.
GG.
It's over. GG. They've got it.